Today I want to talk about the incredible versatile 50mm lens. Now, there are a lot of haters of the 50mm lens. A lot say that this lens is boring, it's normal, there's no artistic value to it. I've heard it all. And the sad part is, along with the cameras that do everything for you, everything from my autofocus, really you don't have to think. And then you add in, these 85 1.4 lenses or whatever you prefer as a lens. And the artistic thing is built in. Everybody shoots shallow depth of field with creamy bokeh and all this other crap. And it really takes no skill. And, hate me, make comments, I don't care. It really takes no skill to just create a blurry background portrait. And half of them don't have any character whatsoever other than what the lens gave you. And I'm not being mean by any way, shape, or form. It's just the state that we're in right now with photography. It seems like everybody has to have a thing. This camera isn't good enough, this camera isn't fast enough, it's like we never took a photo before YouTubers came on board to tell us what cameras are good and bad. We used to shoot photos, sports, with manual focus cameras that didn't do anything for you. And we did a pretty damn good job, but now today it can't be done. It's impossible with a camera that has a slightly bad autofocus system or isn't as fast as you expect it to be. As far as the 50mm lens is concerned with all this, and where it comes into this is the 50mm lens is a normal lens. It was a staple from, I can't even tell you when. Everybody had one. It was your staple. It was always in the bag. It was on a lot of people's cameras all the time because it was so versatile. It's not a telephoto, but it doesn't distort. It's not a wide angle, but you can step back a little bit. It was just a versatile lens to use. But the thing today is you actually have to work to get an image with some artistic value to it when you're using a 50mm lens. It's not a gimme. It's a normal lens. It gives you normal photos. Unless you have the skill level to make it artistic, this lens would be no good to you. And that's the biggest gripe with the 50. For all these people that say, I hate 50mm, it's so boring. Maybe your photos are boring, but the 50 is a lens that can do anything. You just have to have the skill to use it. So don't overlook a 50 if you've never had one or listen to someone saying 50 is crap. It's too normal, it doesn't give you anything. Give it something. Make art with a 50. I guarantee you it will better you as a photographer. It'll increase your skill levels. It is hard to create artistic, interesting images with a 50. No ifs, ands, or buts. But because it is so versatile for those everyday shots that you have to have versus the artistic side of it where you have to actually work for an image, it's a great lens. And they're inexpensive in most cases. Some of the new ones are not so much. Now, yeah, they do have 50s at 1.2 that can blur out your background, that gives you that unique look. But that just adds to the appeal of a 50mm normal lens. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to tell you that, don't go down on a lens like a 35 or a 50 because it's boring. If you're at that point, step up your game in photography. Don't rely on a lens to create the artistic look for you. And that's really what you're saying when you say a lens's focal length is boring. Yeah, it probably is because you're not putting the effort into it. Put some effort into this. Make artistic images with this lens. It's like shooting portraits with a 24 or a 28. Yes, it's very hard, but man, if you get just that right look, it's spectacular. Anyway, give the 50 a try. Stop saying it's a boring focal length. It's not. step up your game with photography and make it not boring. It'll help you out in the long run. It'll improve your photography, and you'll be happy you did. My lens of choice in the 50 right now is the Voigtlander Apo. I love it. It is clinical for the portraits I do. I love a 50 for portraits because I can stay intimate with the subject. And I can move in, move out. Everything is there right in one lens. But that's my 2 cents. If you have any questions, leave them below. Don't hate me. Don't put angry comments down below. It's just the way it is. And if you don't like them, give me some images that you made with a 50 that are spectacular. I'd love to see them. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.